Hello all, sorry, apologies for the slight delay. Yes, I didn't realise there was a delay in kickoff. Yeah, Liverpool, Fulham delayed to 3:15 now apparently. Love that. Oh, Scottish GHK sent through another membership. Love that, mate. That's absolutely brilliant. Just absolute incessant at this moment in time, at this time of year. Very, very kind of you again, mate. I really, really do appreciate it. And it's a big, big welcome on board to Jag Just a Guy. Welcome to the Premier League Dad Membership Club, mate. That's fantastic. Great to have you in. We're gonna be doing lots and lots of cool stuff soon. This month. Jennifer says hello. How's it going? Scottish GHK Keys posted to either setting up or a power cut. Not another power cut, no. Zuti says fancy a draw. Fulham will get plenty of chances. I don't think they'll get too many, you know. I actually think defensively Liverpool will be okay today. I think we're actually going to be more likely we see chances not really created at the other end. I mean, I hate to say this because we've had 2 0-0s to start 2026 with, you know, Liverpool drawing with Leeds and then Sunderland drawing with City. We've then watched a pretty dull and dour 1-1 with United and Leeds just then. I think we're on for another dour game. I've got to be honest with you. I hate to say it. I don't want to, you know, I know my job is to build the game up and really tell you that something fantastic is going to happen. I think it's going to be a difficult watch today. I do. I think it's going to be a very, very difficult watch. If you're a Liverpool fan like me, I'm going to find it very, very frustrating because I just don't see us breaking these down. I think Fulham might, you know, they'll get up and they'll get up at us because they're a good side that's at home, and Fulham are on a really good run at the moment. I think Fulham are on, is it 4 wins out of 5? They're certainly on good form, Fulham. You know, they're playing quite well, so they're not in a bad space. They're on a very, very good run. Davey says, I'm back, I'm watching you on my phone, and Everton on TV. Good lads. Good lads. Hey, well, let me know how Everton are playing. Tucky says fancy a draw as well. Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't a Liverpool fan, I think I probably would be saying this one's not a bad shout for a draw. And the reason I say that as well is because if you look at the last 5 head-to-heads at Fulham, Liverpool have only won once. We got beat here last year. Liverpool have won once in the last 5 years. Even going back under the Jurgen Klopp tenure, I think the last time we won here was it 2020, 2021? I can't remember. We've had the last 5 trips to Craven Cottage have not been particularly good. Got 1 win, and we've lost a few. Oh, blimey, Zedstrokes received a gift. Another one from Scottish GHK. People are going to start thinking that's why I made you a mod, mate. No, absolutely not. That's fantastic. Really, really nice of you. Very, very kind of you to do so. And a big, big welcome to Zedstroke to join the Premier League Dad Members Club. Love it. Great to have you in there, mate. Really, really good to have you in and being part of the discussion. But yeah, Shelky, I need this to bloody win. Which one? Everton or Liverpool? Who are you? I know you're chasing for Liverpool today, aren't you, Shell? You're wanting us to win. A blue nose wanting Liverpool to win. You never see it, do you? Right, Timbo, how's it going? Liam says, afternoon key, still unbeaten, but a poor watch. And G. Lawrence Key, what do you make of the Liverpool lineup? I'm fine with it. I think the only thing really missing is Ekatike, and obviously Ekatike's, injuries, hamstring. We don't know how long that is, how bad that is. It's that's going to be a really, really tough one if he's missing for Arsenal. But it's always a tough game coming to Fulham. Like I said, it's always a tough game coming away to Craven Cottage. They make it very, very difficult for teams. I do think they'll give us more of a chance than Leeds will because they'll push out. But this isn't a Liverpool side that's in a particularly good run at the minute. Let's be honest about it. Let's be straight. This is a Liverpool side that are very much, you know, we're getting good results. We're doing all right. We'd won 4 on the spin before the Leeds game. But we're not performing as champions. And I think that's obvious why we're not performing as champions. I don't think it's anything to do with the manager, but we're not performing as champions should. Because the champions are not there anymore. We've sold 4 or 5 of them and we've replaced them with kids. So it's not champions anymore. James, Liverpool win. James Maynard, James, good to see you, man. And Callum says, forcing me to watch Everton Brentford. Behave yourself. Tommy, is the Liverpool match delayed 15 minutes? Allegedly so. I don't know why. Apparently it's a medical emergency, Liam says. Medical emergency in the crowd. Well, hey, lots of love to them in the crowd. Hopefully nothing too serious. Scottish GHK, not all. I'm supporting the banter. Note to everyone, the earlier you're here, the better the chance. When perks kick in, we'll have a good amount of people to contribute. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Mr. Luke Etherington, Sesko is not good enough for Man United because he's the next Lukaku, so get rid of Sesko. That's harsh. That's very harsh. He's still young, mate. Still time for him. Callum says, has it been delayed by 15? Yes, apparently 15 minutes. And Timbo says, Fulham are the most mid-table side to have ever existed. I say that as a compliment. They're so stable. And Licia says, considering we're missing 8 first-team players, we did well to leave Ellen Road with a point. You weren't missing 8 first-team players, mate. Come on. Don't be silly. You weren't missing 8 first-team players. Or I guess 8 if you're considering the bench. Maybe if we're stretching to the bench. If we're stretching to the bench. If you want to chuck Maguire in there and, you know. But generally, in terms of who started on the pitch, there's maybe 3 missing. And Leeds were missing 3 as well. So maybe it was 3 or 4 missing for United, 3 missing for Leeds. It's much of a muchness. Sternio says, who's going striker then? Gakpo. Gakpo centre forward, Wirtz off the left, Szoboszlai off the right. And that's where I expect it will finish. Colin says, next Lukaku, buddy. Lukaku scored 31 goals in a season. I was going to say, yeah, it wouldn't be bad if he was the next Lukaku, would it? Sesko is a very, very talented player, I'm sure. FCB key, tomorrow is my birthday. Liverpool getting a win would make my weekend. Mate, I'm absolutely rooting for you to get a Liverpool win to make your weekend. Sternio says, I mean, it's not the best, but I reckon we could make it work. Well, we haven't really got any other alternatives, have we? We've got injuries galore. Ekatiki's missing. But with no Ekatiki, I don't think there was any other alternative, you know. Shell, 48 watching, 8 likes. Hit 'em, please, people. Tar very muchly. Very kind of you, Shell. Timbo says, Lamans, Delo, Shaw, Martinez, Casemiro and Cunha are all starters pretty much. Yeah, I mean, like, you can't say they didn't have a team that could go there and win. Leeds had players missing as well. Jennifer says, please read, who do you think is going to win the league? Coventry City, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Mount's a starter either. I think he has started recently, but he's not a starter. I don't think he's a starter. You're not getting all 3 of them in. You're never getting all 3 of them in. Elliot, who's going to win the Prem? Man City. Man City for me. Astroxy says Chelsea's playing their role in the title race today, just not the role they thought they were playing 4 weeks ago. Chelsea are all over the place, aren't they? We're just watching the opening minutes of Tottenham v Sunderland here now because obviously Liverpool's delayed for 15 minutes. So, in fact, should we switch on? Should we watch Everton Brentford? Which game should we watch for 15 minutes? I think I'd rather watch Everton Brentford than any of these other ones. Let's watch Everton Brentford for 15. Is Everton Brentford not on? Oh, yeah, there you go. Peter Reid. Peter Reid's clapping up. Well, they've not even started, Everton. Why have they not started yet? Let's just say Joe Rodon and Longstaff. Joe Rodon doesn't start for Leeds. Are you off your head? Joe Rodon's their best centre-back. Jim Bob says, fancy a draw. Think Fulham will cause some problems. And Ragav says, who do you think will win the Prem? I think City, mate. Scottish GHK got to beat Everton. Reggie, if Arsenal win the Prem, will you deactivate your channel or just pretend it didn't happen? I'll probably just go on with the rest of my life, mate. I've managed this long. You know, I've watched United win leagues, and I'm pretty confident if I can watch United win league titles and be okay, I'm pretty confident I'll be all right with Arsenal winning leagues. I've seen Arsenal winning leagues as well. It was just that long ago. I can't really remember. It's 20 odd years ago, a couple of decades since Arsenal won a league title or anything of note, really. So yeah, not really used to Arsenal winning. I'll get accustomed to it eventually. I don't, whether or not you follow it up and win anything again. Like you said, good sides win multiple league titles, mate. Can all win one. Jim Bob says could be delayed to 3:30 p.m. now. Ambulance can't get through. Jesus, tonight. What in the world is going on? Ambulances can't get through. Get them on the pitch. Timbo, I don't remember Arsenal winning the league. I never want to experience that. And Licious says, Key, make sure you don't hide when they win the league, though. I'm insulted that you think I would hide. I am absolutely insulted that you think I would hide. Let's be honest. I'm here every day. I am here every single day. I don't hide. Liverpool haven't done brilliantly, you know, at all times. I've still been there the next day, haven't I? I've still been there the very next day. So, of all the people, of all the channels, all the Liverpool fan channels, anyone you would call a hater, any one of them, I am the least likely to hide. I don't let it die down for a few days and then come back. I'll be there the very next day. James says, so if you win 2 Prems in 30 years, we are big. 2 Prems in 30 years. Well, we won 2 in like 6, mate. 2 in 5 or 6. Yeah, we were all right. 2 in 6. Rather than 0 in 23, I think, which is Arsenal so far. Ian Crooch says, Key was watching the Saudi League on Christmas Day. Arsenal winning the league won't deter him. And Jay Gordo says, big point for Leeds. Felt like more goals for both sides, but a draw is probably fair. And Tommy D says, is Wisser the preferred striker already at Newcastle? I'd be amazed if he is. I think Voltemade is by far the better. Key, stop hiding, lads. And Scottish GHK says, the last time Arsenal won the league, I had a full head of hair. That's long gone, but my fringe still plays further forward than Arsenal. Reggie, Arsenal have more Premier League titles than Liverpool, though. You've had a couple of decades to catch up, and they're about to double your total. No, they don't have more Premier League titles than Liverpool. Again, we've been through this. Arsenal don't have a Premier League title. Arsenal haven't got a Premier League title. They've never had a Premier League title. Timbo says Key is going to mysteriously develop an illness that keeps him out until next season. Dead leg, out. Jay Gordo, hey mate, just wanted to tell you I really enjoy your content and it brings me great joy. Really honest and great opinions, so keep them coming, brother. Oh mate, that's really, really lovely of you to say. I really appreciate you being in the chat. Please keep coming back and getting involved, and let's have conversations about different stuff. Like I say, this is the fan. We watch everyone. We watch the games that other channels don't even watch. They don't even care. They watch the big games, then they disappear. And they're like proper football fans like me and you. They watch Real Madrid and Man United, or Real Madrid and Chelsea, or whoever it might be, and then that's it. They disappear. I mean, Real Madrid, Man United would be a fest at the minute because United, Real Madrid's not been seen for donkey's years. Boy says, Arsenal don't have a Premier League title. You've just gone into completely stupid mode then. Disappointing. This is why you're not more popular. They don't have a Premier League title. Read the response and I'll tell you why they don't have a Premier League title. They don't. It's a correct statement. Arsenal do not have a Premier League title. They've never won one. They've never ever won one. Chance! Good save. Really good save from Kelleher. Yes, Quivine Kelleher does well. Liverpool game is delayed by, it looks like 30 minutes now, sadly. Nate says, the way to be famous is to create all SM platforms and hate on Arsenal. Well, I mean, to be honest, mate, I would disagree. I would strongly disagree. Off the line, Everton are flying here. Everton should be 1-0 up. Yeah, respectfully, I was doing all right even before we started watching Arsenal games. Callum, where does it say 30 minutes? Someone said in the chat it might be 30 minutes. I am Groot. Some things are more important than football. Hope whoever it is okay. Absolutely. James O says it wasn't the Prem in 04. No, it wasn't. It wasn't the Premier League in 04. Check it out. Check it out. Was not the Premier League in 04. Jay Gordo, I'm sorry, mate, in Australia, so gotta go to bed. Up the Leeds and talk to you soon. Thanks, legend. Mate, absolutely great to have you in the chat, mate, and enjoy Australia. Fucking hell, it's gotta be better than here at the minute. Freezing. So, yeah, take it easy and good night. James says, yes, it was. Yep, no, it wasn't, cock. No, it wasn't. Again, let's have a little check. Little check. Google's free, cock. You can go and check it. Go and check it. It was not the Premier League in 2004. No, it wasn't. I am Crute says, got a stream on, and the commentators just said 3:15 is still the commentary time. Right, 3:15 it is for Liverpool, by the way. Albielo says, Key, you say that, though, like you're being forced to, though. They are established channels. Of course they don't need to do Al Etifak v Al Riyadh on Christmas Day. Come on, mate, let's speak some logic. I'm not forced to watch it. I'm not forced to watch it. And that's one, you see, you've picked that as a narrative. I'm talking about, like, the AFCON. Nobody's watching the AFCON. AFCON's a great tournament. Nobody's watching it. Nobody's watching the Championship, apart from maybe dedicated Championship fan channels. So no, there's loads of them that don't watch. They only watch the big games. They only watch the big games. Nate says, why is the Liverpool match not starting? There's I don't know if it's a staff member or a person in the crowd who's ill, and they're trying to get an ambulance through onto the pitch. Reece says, weird that they're showing the Liverpool game that was supposed to kick off at 3 p.m. Well, 3:15 is still the alleged start time for that one. Hopefully the person who's ill, whoever it is, staff member, person in the crowd, hopefully they're okay. That's more important than footy. Reggie, what are you waffling about? It was the Premier League in 1992. Yeah, no it wasn't, mate. No it wasn't. Check it out. A little Google's free. Go and check it. Go and check it. Go and check it. Go and check it. Preston 1, Lewis Dobbin, another ex-Everton player. Is he another one you can recall? Let's get another Everton player from Preston. Full of Everton players at Preston. Players are coming out. Go on, we'll switch back over. We'll switch back over to Liverpool. Panashi Seda says, did you see Slot's pre-match interview and what did he say? No, I didn't see it, mate. Didn't see it. Reggie, the Premier League was founded in 1992, you wally. Right, so what was it called in 2004 when Arsenal won it? It wasn't the Premier League. It wasn't the Premier League when Arsenal won it. And it wasn't the Premier League when they won it before that either. Arsenal won a Carling Premiership, a Barclays Premiership, and a Barclaycard Premiership. They've never won a Premier League. It's only been the Premier League since 2016. So we've won 2 and you've won 0. If you want to be a smart ass. Everton 1-0. Shit. Oh. MCFC says, I'm so confused. Why has Fulham and Liverpool been delayed? There's a sick person in the crowd, mate, and they've been hopefully been seen to now. Reese, we're not having this Premier League argument again, are we? Well, I'll only have it if some divvy stops making the same rational, irrational argument. Oh, you've only won one. Right, well, hang on a minute. If we're only going to include a certain specific time frame, well, let's use specific time frames then, shall we? Albelo says, of course, it shows dedication, but take Goldbridge, for example. He's been doing this for 12 years. And yeah, where did you hear me say I'm better than Goldbridge? I've not had a pop at Goldbridge. The guy's watching F1 on a football channel. He's made it. The kid's made it. He's flying. He's doing great stuff. Great stuff. Good luck to him. All I'm saying is there's these football channels who profess to be, experts, students, lovers of the game. They only watch their own teams, or they only watch the big matches when they're on. They're not interested in the rest of them. Not interested. Football doesn't stop in the Premier League, mate. Boy says, what kind of absolute weapon uses that semantic argument? You're in Hey, mate, I agree with you. Listen, people are saying Liverpool have only won one Premier League. That's factually not true, is it? It's factually not true. Factually not true. Drawing coming, no Hugo, no Isak, no Mo, up the Gunners. Yeah, there he is. Love it. Do you know what the good news is? I think Everton was offside. It's not come up for me. Has it actually been ruled out? It's still 1-0 or still 0-0? Please be still 0-0. Come on, Brentford. We can't be having you fall into bits. We could do with the Ev getting a good hide in today. Yeah, it's still 0-0. Brentford have scored. No, Brentford have scored. Come on. Quick, we can have a look at it quick. Brentford have scored at Everton. Come on. Come on, Brentford. Yes, there you go. It's Igor Thiago. Come on then. Love it. It's 1-0 to Brentford. They've done it. Igor Thiago scores. Love it. Sorry, Shell. Abelo says, I never said you assumed you were better, just saying you can't try and big up yourself for doing the Saudi League on Christmas Day. I didn't say that. The chat said that. I didn't even say that. I didn't say that. Malik says, what's your prediction for the game? My prediction for the game, for this Liverpool v Fulham game, I think 1-0. That's a great ball in. That is an absolutely fabulous ball in, that. Who put that cross in? Is it Keane Lewis Potter? Whoever put that cross in, that is absolutely different gravy. Oh, Igor Thiago. How'd you like it, son? It's on a plate for you. Right, we are very close to kick-off here. Come on, Liverpool. We need a proper big 3 points. It's back in the title race with a win. Reece says, off that argument basis, you could say Chelsea have never won the EFL Cup. I know, but this is the thing. I didn't make the argument. I responded to a ridiculous argument with an equally ridiculous point. Ryan says, I'm going to go and watch the game though, mate. Come on, you Reds. Yes, Ryan, love it. See you soon, mate. Take it easy. I am Crute. Arsenal fans would make the same argument if the roles were reversed. Malik says, your favourite player of all time? Favourite player of all time is Ronaldinho. Yeah, probably Ronaldinho. He made football fun. Right, we're off and underway here at Craven Cottage. It looks quite foggy. Come on, Liverpool. This is what we need. Reggie says, you literally did raise the argument today, you muppet. No, well, maybe you missed the chat. Maybe you missed it. I don't know if you joined later, Reggie. You joined later. I can only assume you missed it. Come on. Cleared away. Here we go. Konate's got the ball here. I said, would you deactivate if Arsenal won the Prem? And you tried to say Arsenal had never won it. Give your head a wobble. No. Scotty says, community note, banter's fine. Derogatory terms isn't welcome here. We're here for fun and have a thick skin, but won't tolerate everything. True enough. Gakpo striker says, Rid. Yep, Gakpo is the centre forward for Liverpool here. Jones off the left, it looks like. He's certainly playing a little bit wider there, isn't he? Yeah. But I wonder if it's... No, he's not off the left. He's left centre. McAllister's very deep. Gravenberg's deep. It looks like we're playing maybe 4-2-3-1, though. You are right. Vert is central. Jones off the left. That's a really weird look to it, but I like this this play. This is better from Liverpool. This is very good play. Here's Wirtz. Bradley. Oh, you got to do better there. You've got to do better there. Well, he says Ronaldinho wasn't very good. Mate, get on your bike. Ronaldinho, for a very short peak, for me, was absolutely incredible. Millie the Staffy, derogatory terms only allowed if it's against Arsenal, it seems. Why? What derogatory terms have you heard against Arsenal? No derogatory terms heard against Arsenal. We don't do derogatory terms on this channel. He says, how many Prems have Liverpool won in your lifetime? 2. 2 Premier Leagues, yeah. Hughes Harry, would you have McTominay at Liverpool? Honestly, at this moment in time, yes. We need anyone over Alexis McAllister. He's dreadful. Absolutely shocking. Will Ekatike be fit for Arsenal, do you think? I hope not, because he's Liverpool's best player and I support Arsenal. I hope so too. Or I hope so, I know you don't. Will he be fit? Big question marks at this moment in time. Apparently it's only a knock, but there's rumours that it's a hamstring injury. Yeah, could well be. Huddersfield 1, Exeter 0. Millie says, you make derogatory terms and statements every week against Arsenal. Okay, go on, what derogatory terms have I made against Arsenal, Millie? Help me out. Don't expect you'll reply. I don't expect you'll reply, but there you go. Cambridgeshire is blue up the posh, says Vincent. Yeah, not a great result for Posh today, but they'll be back. They're in good form. Wally says, why so many EFL games postponed? I mean, to be honest, I think it's been purely because of the snow and frozen pitches. It's been quite a lot postponed because of that, yeah. Quite a lot. He says, so have Arsenal got more Prems as Liverpool or the same? No, mate, no. Arsenal don't have the same number of Prems as Liverpool. They've got a lot less. A lot less. Wally says, you called Arteta a Lego. That's not Arsenal, though, is it? It's nothing to do with Arsenal. That's affectionate. Alexis McAllister's a great player, Key. Learn football, mate. Alexis McAllister is not a great player. Alexis McAllister is an absolutely dreadful footballer this season. Plus, he's a whinge bag. He's an absolute whinge bag. Newcastle 1-0 up against Palace. Chat chat, how's it going? Good to see you. Is Wirtz. It's Anthony Gordon who scored for Newcastle. Curtis Jones. Come on, Liverpool. This is better. Gakpo. Oh, unlucky. Good play. This is good stuff from Liverpool. This is good stuff. This is better. Vincent says, Arsenal are bottle jobs. Get over it or win trophies. And Wise says, what do you think of Declan Rice's performances? Yeah, it's been good this season, hasn't he? Very, very good. Top player. Top player. 3-star Red says, Sunday dinner eaten, pots washed, and cup of teas all made. Now it's football time again. Liam says, next game, we're at Newcastle. Do you think we get anything there? No, Leeds won't, I don't think. I think Leeds get beat at Newcastle. Vert strike. Oh, unlucky. Plymouth won. Newcastle's been ruled out. Offside. Here's Cody Gakpo. McAllister. Liverpool already playing much better here. This is a very good start from Liverpool. Szoboszlai. Oh, but I like the intensity. I like the start here. It's good. It's good. Rob says, why do you keep tapping in about Asna? Asna? What's Asna? If they are bottle jobs, then. I didn't say the bottle jobs. Are you reading? Mate, I read the chat. Read the chat. Rice or Caicedo? Rice for me. I would have Rice, yeah. Why says, who starts in England's midfield in the World Cup? Honestly, it probably won't be the worst idea to start Reece James in there with him, the way Reece James is playing. But I would go. It's probably going to be Rice and maybe Elliot Anderson, just in terms of discipline. It's probably going to be Elliot Anderson, I would think. Wally says, safe to say when Rice wins the Prem, he'll go down as the second greatest Prem midfielder, just under KDB. Possibly, yeah. Greatest, maybe even best ever. Yeah, best ever. I think it probably goes Rice, maybe Drinkwater. I'd say Drinkwater first, then Rice, then KDB. I think you're right. I think you're bang on the money. Millie, bro, there's dozens of clips of you calling Arsenal bottle jobs. Are you a born liar or short memory? Born liar. Yeah, born liar. What are your predictions for the City-Chelsea game? I think Chelsea, they're all over the place a little bit. They're a bit chaotic at the moment, aren't they? I'd go City. I think City are going to win that one quite comfortably. Maybe 3 or 4-0. I think they really put something past Chelsea today. G. Lawrence Key, what channel is the Liverpool game on? It's on Sky Sports, mate. Millie the Staffy, yeah, makes sense. Hey, good to have you on the channel, Millie. Keep supporting, keep showing the love, keep coming back. Love to have you. Lots of love, only love, never hate. George says, I can't believe Liverpool bottled the league. You can't believe it. I can. Didn't think we'd be anywhere near the league anyway in the summer. Nick, is it not boring jumping on the same bandwagon of everyone hating Arsenal? Listen, I tell you what I'll do. We'll make an amnesty, right? Because we're watching Fulham Liverpool. I'm not interested in Arsenal, but I like reading the chat because I like interacting with people. If we make a little amnesty now, we won't mention Arsenal for the rest of this game. Arsenal won't even come out of my mouth. Won't even come out of my mouth. I don't mention it if the chat don't mention it. I have no interest in talking about Arsenal. But if you mention it, I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'll talk about whatever people want to talk about. Easy peasy. Shell says, come on Everton, for flipping hell's sake. 1-0 down against Brentford. Listen, Brentford are on a good run too. Brano says, dare you to say Arsenal key. And Nick says, fair enough, but the only videos I see on my FYP is you moaning about Arsenal. Well, maybe there's something to say about you about that then, Nick. Maybe if you keep liking them and you keep watching them, then, you know, maybe they'll keep showing you. That's kind of what happens, mate. If you like the stuff and you comment on it, the algorithm goes, they like this stuff, I'm going to keep showing it to them. And also, by the way, listen, you know, Nick, you're an intelligent guy. I'm sure you've come in here today. You know there's more to people than clips, isn't there? 30-second clip generally doesn't show the whole thing, but some people can grasp that, some people can't. You seem an intelligent lad, but I don't think a lot of the people in the chat over this way can. I've got my biggest fan in. Number one fan Mick's in. Number one fan Mick is in. He says you love Arsenal, really. I do love Arsenal. I like Arsenal. I grew up liking Arsenal an awful lot. Arsenal were borderline my second team, believe it or not. Anyone who stopped United winning a league title was good with me. So I loved Arsenal growing up. No problem with Arsenal. I actually like Arsenal. I don't like Arteta. That's the only thing. I don't like Arteta and the way he plays football. I actually quite like Arsenal, the club. And a lot of the players. There's a lot of Arsenal players I like. Graham says, every team bottles some big games, but when it's pointed out that Arsenal bottle it a little bit more. Oh, unlucky! Nearly Gakpo. When it's pointed out that Arsenal bottle it a little bit more than any others, they lose their heads. This is it. They haven't got an argument, Graham. That's what it is. George says, why did you not think Liverpool would be nowhere near the top of the league? You spent the most money in the summer and broke the transfer. No, we didn't. No. Arsenal spent more than Liverpool this summer, mate. Check it out. Check it out. Arsenal spent more than Liverpool this summer. Spent more than Liverpool last summer. Spent more than Liverpool over the last 6 years. Still not won a tap. Davey says, amusing moment as pantomime villain Granit Xhaka slips over while attempting to take a Sunderland corner, prompting a loud cheer from the home fans. Even the ex-Arsenal man was laughing. Here's Curtis. Oh, unlucky. Bradley. Inside to Grav. G. Lawrence, thought you weren't going to mention AFC again throughout the stream. All you spoke again, but mate, what was the agreement I made? I won't mention it if people don't mention it in the chat. I'll read out whatever people. If people put comments in, they want to talk about certain things. I'm happy to answer it. I'm no problem answering it. It's absolutely brilliant. Liam says Arteta thinks he's like Pep just because he was at City for a while. Again, that's nothing to do with me. Just as a heads up, I didn't say that. That was a comment read out. I didn't say that. Just so everyone knows. Just so everyone knows. Blackburn 0, Charlton 1 in the Championship. Well, 15 minutes in, Liverpool, I think, have done quite well here. It's been a decent opening start. Davey says Kudus could be out for 6 weeks. He's been injured after 17 minutes. That's a big blow for Spurs, isn't it? It's a big, big blow for Spurs. There you go. Tolga thinks Liverpool are going to get beat today. Tolga thinks Liverpool are getting beat. Take that on board. The Turkish supercomputer says Liverpool are going to lose today. Here's Gravenberg. Wirtz. Come on, Florian. Out to Bradley. Out to Bradley. Mick, now you're getting the message key. What message? What message, Mick? What message? You love a bit of attention, Mick, don't you? Millie says Liverpool definitely spent more than our... No, they didn't. Check it out. Again, Google's free, Millie. Come on. If you're going to have a pop, let's be factual. Sarah says he also said Leeds was going to win. He did say Leeds was going to win, didn't he? Yeah. He says, do you stream on anything else? Everywhere else, mate, yeah. Live currently everywhere else. And Lisha says, I love how together these Arsenal fans are. Well... yeah, I won't comment on that. I won't comment on that because I'll get said, oh, you're talking about Arsenal again. Tommy Emmanuel, Fulham 0, Liverpool 3. Oh, that was a bit of a questionable one at the back post from Bradley. Malik, who's your favourite manager of all time? My favourite manager of all time? Probably Gerard Houllier, for many different reasons. But yeah, Gerard Houllier I liked an awful lot growing up. Tottenham 1, Sunderland 0. I told you Tottenham had turned a corner. They've turned a corner, Tottenham. Van der Ven with the goal. Good couple of performances, starting to find a bit of resilience now under Thomas Frank. Good win away at Palace, got a point in midweek, and now they're 1-0 up against Sunderland. Not a bad result, that at all. Mick says you're not jumping on other negative comments, Key. That's a start. Mick, what are you on about? What on earth are you on about, mate? What on earth are you talking about? You're not a full shilling, you, Chief. Not a full shilling. Your beard says, word Ekatiki, he's let my FPL team down. He's injured, mate. Yeah, he's injured. Tommy says, can Arsenal ever win the Premier League? No. I didn't say it. George, you're talking about net spend. We're talking about overall spend. Well, yeah, net spend's a factor, isn't it? Oh, Harry Wilson's in and he's scored. He's offside. Thank God for that. Miles offside. I did think he was off. He did look off. Yeah, he's offside. He's offside. Malik, will you be streaming the City game? Yep. Yeah, he's miles off there. He's miles off. Comfortably offside there. Van Dijk steps up. Harry Wilson. It's offside. Cleared offside. Adzo scores some crackers, that Wilson, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a very, very good young player. Well, not a young player, but he was a good young player at Liverpool. Came through the academy. VAR check. He's on. Behave yourself, Daniel. He's miles off there. He's miles off. There's a good yard offside there. Graham says they'll give this. Well, he probably will. I mean, listen, they're desperate for Liverpool to lose. The Premier League have been desperate for us to lose all season, so it wouldn't be a surprise if they give it. Wouldn't be a surprise if they give it, knowing Liverpool. He's going to give it, isn't he? He's going to give it. Yep, VAR goal. What a surprise. Fulham goal. Fucking hell. What a surprise. Fulham score. And it was clear. It was a clear offside. It was a clear offside. Absolutely miles offside, that. But it doesn't surprise me. Premier League, FC. Behave yourself. Look at that. What? His arm, his elbow plays him on. Fuck off. His elbow plays him on. His elbow plays him on. Fucking hell. Honestly. His elbow plays him on. Elbow. Apparently we can score with an elbow these days, folks. Apparently you can score with an elbow. Absolutely shocking. Shocking. Derby 1, Wrexham 1. Bible says you can, it's near the hand of God. What, the elbow? The elbow of Wilson. You can't be played onside with an elbow. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's crazy. Yet again. MUFC, Harry Wilson is quality. He is. He's a good player. He's a very good player. Very, very good player. Adzo says would be onside if Wenger's rules come into force. Well, yeah. Wenger wants to change everything, doesn't he? Margus trying to talk shite about Arsenal when your team is absolute wank. So still just confirming that Arsenal haven't won a tap. Can we just remember that? Can we just remember that? Arsenal haven't won a sausage in 6 years. Still Premier League champions. We've got something you lads haven't. Just remember that. We've got something you lads haven't. Owen says he's not offside with an elbow. What are you talking about? Owen, he was played onside with an elbow, which means that's an area of the body you can score with according to the lines. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. "20 minutes, and we've been the better team so far, but one simple ball through, an offside that should have been given, and they're 1-0 in front." Adzo, is Harvey Elliott coming back now in Jan-Key? No, absolutely, and nor should he. We shouldn't be bringing Harvey Elliott back. Not a chance. Not a chance should we be bringing him back. Dennis DM, how you doing? Malik says, do you stream every day? If you do, then props to you. Insane work. We are live every day, mate. Yes, every single day. 3 games today. We've got this one. We did the earlier game, obviously the Leeds Man United one, which was dreadful, to be honest. But we've got this one. And then straight after this, we're doing City-Chelsea. But, I'll be gutted if Liverpool throw this away. Gravenberch. Over to Canate. Do you know what all it'll take? All it'll take is 1 goal. And these Arsenal rats in the chat, they'll all flee like rats. They'll flee like rats. Rats escaping a sinking ship. George, are you ready for Arsenal on Thursday, mate? Yeah, I was ready for Arsenal when we beat you early in the season as well. We had the big talk earlier in the season. Oh, we're going to beat you. We're going to show you. Yeah, well, yeah, all right, okay, yeah. We beat you earlier in the season. You might beat us on Thursday. It's infinitely possible. Maybe you will. Maybe you'll beat us. It's about time. Everyone beats everyone at some time, don't they, eh? It happens. Come on, Verts. Millwall are 1-0 up against Swansea. Oh, that's poor, that. Poor, that. This just says Key isn't offside, mate. No, look at what plays him on. Here you go. Look at what plays him on. Look at the area that plays him on. You can't score with that. If I score like that, if I score with this part of my body, it's not getting given. It isn't getting given. But apparently you can play him onside with that nowadays. Standard. Chief Nama, you do realise that when your arm is completely vertical, your elbow is in line with your shoulder, right? Well, no, that's not true, because it was like that. That's what, if you look, he was like that, and it was there. That's where the line, the impact was drawn, and that's what played him onside. If I score a goal with that, it gets ruled out. So apparently you can play players onside with that now. Free kick to Fulham, 25 minutes on the clock here. Chalk Chart says, see how Liverpool will come back. Liverpool will come back. I'm pretty confident of that. We'll turn it round here. We'll turn it round. Oh, into Gakpo. This is better. Hit it. Oh, Dom, you've got to hit that. Kirkes gives it away. Poor that. Bad Beard says he's defo just watching Arsenal reruns, pretending to watch the Scousers rent-free. Cheers for that, Paul. Thank you. Adam says 15 points clear of you now. Well, that's at least one trophy you'll be lifting. The 15 points clear of Liverpool trophy. Yeah, that's something Arsenal have got to celebrate anyway. God knows they've not got much else. Oh, unlucky. Better. That's a foul, ref. Are we going to give that? Are we bothering with that? No. Apparently you can just kick anyone now. Yeah, no problem. To be fair, it's Alexis McAllister. He needs a bit of a kick in the way he's been playing this season. Kick up the backside. Good defending, Bradley. Cleared away. This is poor from the referee. Do you reckon, how many comments do you reckon we'd get if we just muted the word Arsenal for the next, 2 minutes? The chat would just go, Fum. It's funny how many Arsenal fans are watching a Fulham v Liverpool game, innit? It's hilarious. Paul says, I still don't rate Konate. He's poor, in my opinion. Do you think Konate was at fault for that goal? I think that was the midfield again, though. If you look at the midfield, they stepped up far too much and didn't really get to the press. It was poor. Very poor. Very, very poor. Bleach team and you'd lose 216 viewers. Hey, probably. Probably. Says the man who will stream City, Chelsea and did stream Leeds United. Yeah, but hang on a minute. I'm going to be watching them games not for any other reason than I like watching footy. There's no reason these Arsenal fans aren't here because they're purists of the game. They're not watching because they're football fans. Let's not kid ourselves. That's handball, ref. That's handball. That's handball. Thank you, sir. Clear handball. Clear as day. Clear as day. Key's really a Spurs fan. Key's really a Spurs fan. And Paul says, Konate has to make 2 to 3 mistakes a game, mate. He makes 2 to 3 mistakes a game. He has done at different times this season, I'll give you that. But I don't necessarily think I'd blame him for that goal. It was also, you've got to give credit where it's due. It was a good touch. I just don't think we didn't press well enough. The midfield for me is the issue. Midfield's a massive issue. I look at Alexis McAllister and I think I don't know why he's still getting games of football for us. He's been dreadful all season. Literally strolling round the pitch. Good tackle from Gravenberch. Better, much, much better. Come on. Corner kick for Liverpool. Sorry, corner kick to defend. It's not even a corner kick, it's a long throw. I thought it was a corner kick. The amount of... How ridiculous is this, the amount of long throws we're getting in the Premier League this season? That's another thing we've got to thank Arsenal for. Stoke City FC infecting the Premier League. Cleared away. Rory Delap inspired generation. It is, isn't it? It is. Arteta must have a framed picture. I bet Arteta's got a framed picture of Rory Delap behind him. Tony Pulis signed Rory Delap picture in his office. This is how you play football. Jimmy says, Key, you're praising our players for doing the bare minimum. I'm not praising him. Who have I praised for doing the bare minimum? I've not praised anyone for doing the bare minimum. I'm just saying I wouldn't tear shreds off him. Conceding a goal doesn't necessarily mean there has to be an inquest. Sometimes you concede a goal through many different reasons, don't you? Sometimes it can be just get a bit of bad luck. Sometimes it can be a penalty decision that's never a penalty. Sometimes it can be a long range shot and it deflects off 4 people or whatever. There's always different reasons you can concede a goal. So sometimes there is fault, but it sometimes doesn't even help to look at it that way. Imagine if you dissected every goal. Chance! Oh! Yeah, lucky. Imagine if you dissected every goal and looked at it like so forensically and was like, this is how we're going to... You can't do it like that. That's just ridiculous. You can't point at everyone and say, well, he's at fault for this and he's at fault for that. It's football. It happens. Clarkey says, I think the Premier League needs a long throw-in specialist. The Premier League needs a long throw-in specialist. David Williams, I think people come on to watch you, to be honest. I found you on the fan reactions. I think your Arsenal 8 is epic, legendary and funny. But listen, mate, I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming on to watch. And like I said, for what it's worth, I think people are intelligent enough to know that a 30-second clip doesn't necessarily encapsulate the person. Header off the post, Liverpool! Fucking hell, again! Oh, Cody! You've got to score that, mate! Oh! That's so poor, that. I think he probably would have been offside, actually, that time. Although saying that, no! The Fulham player's got his arm out! I bet he would have been on! The Fulham player had his arm out at the bottom there. He might have been onside, actually. He might have been onside there. Chokjar, 2 scored for Fulham, Key. It was Harry Wilson, sorry. Harry Wilson scored for Fulham. Is that Lukic? What's happened with his hand? No? Reece, I think, Vert starts to show his class now. I think he's been our best player over the last couple of months, to be honest. Kukuri, we Arsenal fans are here to defend our club from biased content creators. There is a reason so many of us. Why are you defending your club from biased content creators? I think you're on a hide into nothing. It's crazy. Big Dunk says, told you, Fulham, Key. How would Everton getting on against Brentford, though, Big Dunk? It's cross live to Bramley Moore. Fulham, that's a throw into Liverpool. Yeah, Paul, we'll just move him on, mate. It's fine. We'll just move him on. Don't worry about it. There you go. It's very simple. Very, very simple. Right, Verts into Curtis. Big second half needed for Liverpool. If it makes it to 1-1 here. Ooh, unlucky. Better. Reese, I left a comment on that video I sent to you saying if you're going to clip, at least get the name right. Did you see who else commented on that, by the way? When you sent me that link, you sent me the video, and as soon as I clicked on it, top comment, Bevo. That was a bit fucking hell. Taking shade off Bevo, it's a new low. It's a new low if I'm getting shade off Bevo. Mark, well, Key. How was your hate watch last night? It was good, mate. Yeah, it was good fun. All good fun. Young Nave says, to be honest, based on the reactions, I thought you were a Spurs fan. I'm an Arsenal fan, and I always respected Liverpool. Good lad. I always respected Arsenal too. Still do. Great club. Great club. Never said it. Never said anything other. Chima said would be a good time to place a. Oh, I can't even say that word out loud. Reese Kiwi Bevo Misfits 2027. Iron, why do you hate Arsenal more than United? I don't hate Arsenal more than United. No, absolutely not. We need something different at half-time here, Arne. Sobek says, what's terrible is Liverpool are declining, need a good strong centre-back or they're not going anywhere. I'd agree with that, you know. I actually think we probably need a couple of different centre-backs the way we're playing. But that's kind of what Arne Slot has been tasked to do. He's basically being given the wrong tools to do the job. He wasn't given the tools to win the Premier League at the start of the season. He was given a load of kids. You can't sell all experienced title winners and replace them with kids. 40% of the team is gone. So you can't change 30 to 40% of a title winning side and replace them with kids and then just go, oh yeah, they'll win the title. Of course they will. It's not going to happen. Penalty ref! Penalty referee! Are we going to get a claim for that? Any chance? Any chance? Corner, at least? Yeah, corner kick, surely. Let's have a check here. Let's get a check on this. Adrian, how's it going? Good to see you. Saul says, Key, you spent the record fee times 2. Yeah, but we spent the record fee on Isak and he's not kicked a ball. That's not the manager's fault, is it? He's barely kicked a ball. Our replacement right back barely kicked a ball. So there's, the experienced players that we've picked up have actually been unavailable for most of the season. The players that we've brought in, like Luis Diaz, big player for Liverpool last season. Who's his replacement? 16-year-old Rio Engamoa. Great. Now, Rio Engamoa's a good young talent, but he's not going to win your league title with the best will in the world. Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez make massive contributions to the league title win last year. They're not in the side this year. Who've we replaced them with? Isak hasn't kicked a ball all season, basically. Ekitike, kid, 22 years of age. Hadn't played for France when we signed him. Same with Wirtz. Wirtz, 21, 22. These are kids. Kirkes, 21. Leone, 18. Can't be signing 18-year-olds and 21, 22-year-olds and expecting to win a league title. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's madness to think otherwise. Anarchist, what do you think the score's going to be against Arsenal? I think 1-1. Yeah, I think 1-1. We drew with Arsenal there last year. We beat them earlier in the season. Arsenal might beat us. They might pinch it. But yeah, no, I think 1-1. I think it's going to be a tight game. Young Nave says, I think Isak has the issue of not adapting well to his new suppliers on the wing. It'd help if he was just on the pitch. I think if he was on the pitch, he might be able to, the adaptation period might be a little bit less. But we've not even had him on the pitch. He's barely played. Saul says, bro, stop making excuses. You signed Isak and Wirtz and got worse. Well, it would help if, 50% of them haven't been on the pitch, have they? Wirtz has played. He's probably been the only one, and he's still, at the end of it, 21, 22 years of age. He's a kid. It takes time. Players coming into the Premier League always take time. Nearly always, especially when it's a young player. Doesn't matter how expensive they were. They don't control the fee, do they? So if Wirtz comes in for 100, 250, 200 million, 300 million, it doesn't make any difference. At the end of the day, he's come in 21, 22. It takes time for him to adapt. Good ball over the top. Here's Sobersley. Corner kick for Liverpool. We'll take that. Come on. Nabrino says Ekitike is 1 year younger than Saka, by the way. Saka's played a lot more in the Premier League than Ekitike had before this year, though, hadn't he? I think that's the point. I think that most people would agree that the Bundesliga is a slightly different league to the Premier League. XXFH says, I'm bored watching this game. I'd rather watch Zootopia than this crap. Zootopia is a fucking cracking film. Get on it. Mark says, Isak plays. No, he doesn't. Isak's not played this season. Have a look how many minutes Isak's actually had on the pitch for Liverpool. It's barely any. Barely any. Kirkes into Jones. Over to Kanate. And Mark says can't get a game because Hugo is better. Well, have a look. Have a look how many games Isak's been on the bench while Ekatiki's been on. You won't see it. There's not that many. There really isn't that many because he's not been available for most of them. Van Dijk. It's cleared away. Liverpool applying a bit of pressure towards the end of the half here. It's coming. It's coming. Young Knave says, do you think Salah is being used incorrectly this season? He's not out of his prime as he seems just as fast, which is usually the first thing to go when you get older. I mean, Salah's been okay this season. The problem is, mate, is that he's been part of a team that he's still getting the same number of touches, same number of chances, same number of shots as he had last year, but he's not pouring them away. Like, you can only blame the manager so much for that. At the end of the day, if you get put in a position you're not scoring, you're not taking the chance, then that's on Salah. So, no, I don't think he's fallen off. I don't think he's less. I don't think he's slower or anything like that. I just think, well, for whatever reason, I don't know, maybe he's affected. We saw him crying on the pitch first game of the season after, obviously, the Bournemouth game with the Diogo Jota tribute and everything. You know, that he was crying on the pitch. I don't know if there's maybe something like mentally that's he's not quite able to reproduce. Apathy is often something that affects people during grief. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But he's certainly not the same standard as he was last year. And it would be ridiculous if he was, because he was the best. It was the best Premier League season anyone's ever seen, wasn't it? He broke the record. So for Mo Salah to reproduce that again this season wasn't ever going to be expected. But he's fallen off to such an extent that we took him out the side and immediately went from 9 defeats in 12 to we're unbeaten in 8. I mean, we started keeping clean sheets again. We started to be a lot more robust as a unit. So Salah isn't the issue, but he's probably been an issue. Yeah, he's not the issue, but he probably has been an issue. Sobek says, too much sideways football when you're down and playing like this. It just pisses the fans off. We haven't got any wingers though, mate. We haven't got any wingers. We've got no pace outside. Have a look at our natural. We've got no width. We've got no width. Look who we've got playing on the wings today. Sobersley and Wirtz. They're both inside. You know, they're not someone who's going to get the boots white, are they? We haven't got any width. It's the easiest thing for Fulham to defend in that way. That's why we need Bradley a lot higher. But whenever he's got in those positions, he's been very poor. We could do with Frimpong on second half for me. Frimpong's the only thing that's going to change this. The only thing that's going to change this. Two minutes to half time. Fulham far post. Cleared away. Truman says, Isak never really got in game form this season. Hope he gets his game back. I just hope he gets back on the pitch before the end of the season. The guy broke his leg. Broke his leg. Goliath, how's it going, mate? How you doing? How come no Hugo today? Hugo is, injured today, so potentially might not be available for Thursday. Apparently it's just a knock and he should be available for Thursday, but he's been left out the squad entirely. He's not even on the bench today. Chance for Liverpool. That is shocking. Who was that? Who was that? Is that Gakpo, far post? That is absolutely dreadful. That is shocking. Kanate into Bradley. Come on. Step it up. Here's Wirtz. Have a go, lad. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Young Nave says, I reckon the game against us is either going to be a 0-0 or one of us isn't going to show up and it'll be a thrashing. I can't see Liverpool or Arsenal both scoring a huge number of goals. It'll be tight. It'll be I mean, to be honest, it feels like every Premier League game's been like that to a degree. There's not been any game this season that's been like, apart from like, you know, you look at United and Bournemouth, both teams just really went for it. Totally chaotic. That's the anomaly, isn't it? If you look at the Premier League this season, every game's been crap. Like, really, really crap to watch. It's been dead tight and, like, lots more long balls, lots more direct passing. It's that sort of thing that I don't like, and it's frustrating a lot of fans. Tete says this season really does show last season was a fluke. Especially if 14th and top 4 is separated by 6 points. This season's a mad one. Yeah, this season is crazy. Beelzebub, I broke my leg, the femur, 6 weeks in traction. Isaac should be back in March or April, pal. Fingers crossed, yeah, hopefully so. Bible Basher, so what changes, if anything, would you make at half-time? For me, I think Frimpong has to come on. I think Frimpong is an absolute urgent one we need to bring on. I think other than that, there's not really anyone that stands out to me. There really hasn't been anyone that stands out to me at all. If you look at the subs bench, we've got Rio Ngamoa who we could bring on. Maybe he's a little bit of width, but again, it's not fair to bring on a 17-year-old kid and say, go and win us the game. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. For me, I think it's probably going to be Frimpong and Chiesa, isn't it? They're going to be the two that we turn to. Frimpong and Chiesa. Boy says Liverpool spent 180 million on Verts. 180 million what? What's that? What's the 180 million? Is that South African rand or what? Josh says Liverpool squad depth is showing champions. It really isn't, is it? It really isn't. Like I said, I mean, to be fair, that's probably due to the summer. We've lost so many players in the summer. 40, 50%, well, 30, 40% rather change from the side that won the Premier League, and we've replaced them with kids at the end of the day. This channel is funny. First time here after watching reactions of Arsenal haters. Good to see you, mate. Welcome to the channel. Wally says, how do you manage to spend 500 million and get worse? Well, I think it would depend on how that money has been spent. Because there's clubs who spent the money on ready-now players, and there's clubs like Liverpool who spent the money on players who are a lot younger, let's be honest. We spent it on players who are a lot younger. It's going to take us a long time, 2-3 years, I think, to get back to really competing at the highest level. As in, really challenging for the Premier League. I think that's something Liverpool as a club have tried to do. Because look, we're trying to move Salah out. We're trying to move Van Dijk out. We've already got the replacement for Alisson. Andy Robertson's not going to be here forever, is he? Casey says, as a Liverpool fan, I do not understand why you hate on Arsenal when our team is a shambles. And you say games are bad. I just think because our team is in the mud, you're hating, to be honest. But big up to you. No, mate, listen. I'm not hating on anyone. Believe me, Liverpool. I was watching. Listen, we won the league last year. We won the league. I was here last year. I'm not hating on anyone. I was in the league last year. We was watching games every single day last year, last season. Liverpool lifting the Premier League, and I was still here. I was here. There's no hate. Absolutely no hate. Charmy says, Isak is a ready-now player too. I agree. Has he been fit? Has he been fit? The only ready-now players you can actually look at and go, right, fair enough, they would be immediately ready to come in and have an impact on the side, are Isak and Frimpong. Haven't seen him. Been injured all season. Been injured all season. So no Isak, no Frimpong, pretty much all season. And the players that we've been relying on are your Rio Ngamoas, your Kirkezes, you know, Florian Wirtz, Leone is one of our main backup centre-backs. We've signed Leone for 30 million quid. He gets an ACL on his debut. Like, come on. Come on. Will says, does it not really matter which parts? Sorry, Wesley says, this is definitely not the Liverpool way. We never bought expensive players, but we got the best. I think there's probably an argument to say that Liverpool have always been value shoppers rather than shopping in the top tier. But this year we went and got, right, well, who's the best young players we can go and pick up? And it was a slightly different approach in strategy. That's probably been informed by the fact that Klopp's no longer at the club. Like, Klopp had a big input on transfers, didn't he? And we got quite a few wrong as a result of Klopp. But now, that's why we don't have a manager. We have a first-team coach. Andrew says, Key, you're chatting utter shite. Kirkes is a Prem player. He's also 21, mate. He's also 21. Okay, put it this way. If you replace Andy Robertson with Kirkes, right, a 21-year-old player, the adaptation period is usually about 6 to 12 months, right? You're not going to get an immediate, like, bang, he's straight up to Andy Robertson level, are you? It's not going to happen. It's the same with Luis Diaz and Rio Engamoa. It's exactly the same. Exactly the same. Young Nave says, to be fair, I trash Spurs all the time, but I still respect them. Saying a team is shit and you hate them needs to be taken with a pinch of salt. It's usually banter. I mean, to be fair, if I'd ever said that, if I'd ever said Arsenal are shit and I hate them, then I'd probably accept the abuse. But I've never said that. Mackenzie says, why is the Liverpool's first team coach on Indeed as a job application? And Wesley says, the expensive spending just felt like we spent for the fame. We need those tactical Klopp signings. I disagree. I don't think fame's certainly a consideration for Liverpool. Don't think it was. Jim says, Kirkes, Frimpong, Isak, Wirtz, young, unready kids. Well, Isak wasn't. No, Isak certainly wasn't. And neither was Frimpong, but it'd be good if we'd have had him. We haven't had him all season. Ethan says, age isn't relevant when it comes to someone with the amount of top-flight games played that Wirtz has. The catalyst in a team that dethroned Bayern. He's got no excuse for not producing. But he does absolutely have an excuse for not producing, because how many players have you seen come from foreign leagues, whether it be the Bundesliga, Ligue 1, La Liga, Serie A, wherever, and come to the Premier League and it takes them 12 months to get up and running? Loads who do it. Absolutely loads. In fact, that was the standard. That was the standard. If you signed a player, especially if they were young, if you signed a player from La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, wherever, right? If you signed them from a foreign league and they were coming to the most intense league in the world, right? It usually took them 12 months to settle. That was the standard across the board. You get 12 months. Usually it's going to take you about 12 months before we see your best stuff. Yeah, generally it's going to be about 12 months before we see your best stuff. And if they're younger, then you definitely have to have that period. Definitely. Absolutely definite. Super Shotgun, will you be cheering for City later today? Yeah, because I hate Chelsea. Chimey says, now I'm rooting for Pep to win the league. And Ryan says, but Gyökeres gets shit on by you. Gyökeres is 27 and he's played in England before, mate. Gyökeres is 20. This is the difference. Zubamendi, Eze, Gyökeres. Ready now players. Yeah? Absolutely ready now players. Find me anywhere where I've had a pop at Sesko or Voltemada. Sesko, Voltemada, Wirtz, young players coming from foreign leagues. They need time. They need time. They all need time. Proceeded to call us all rats. No, I said you'll be like rats fleeing a sinking ship. It's an expression. Like rats fleeing a sinking ship. Footy Judge Mo. Yo, Key. How's it going, Footy Judge Mo? How's things, mate? D-Player says, nah, you'll be cheering for Man City because you don't want Arsenal to win the league. Stop lying. I'd rather City win the league than Arsenal. Yeah, I'd rather City win the league than Arsenal, but I'm not gonna lose sleep if they do. GTFC, did Haaland need time? Well, Haaland's an anomaly. Come on, you can't use Haaland as here we go. What I'm going to do is, that's a really, really intellectually dishonest comparison. Erling Haaland is like the most, he's a total anomaly. A total anomaly. Timbo says, Voltemada's not even needed time, to be fair. 7 goals in 16 games for a Newcastle side in crap form, mostly. I know, but he's got it, I guess is my point. Nobody's had a pop at Voltemada. There has been games where he's not quite turned up. But no one's like gone, oh my God, he needs to turn up and play. Same with Sesko. Sesko's not got anywhere near as much criticism at United as perhaps he should have done if he was a bit older. If he was the same age as Gyökeres, for example, Sesko would have absolutely got a lot more stick. But he's not. Astro, did Zubi need time? How old Zubi? He's 21? 20, 21? How old is he? Mr. Edward says Haaland is an outlier. He is an outlier. And Astro says, did Cherky need time? No, Cherky's adapted quite well, but he did take time, to be fair. He did take time, actually. It's only been recently that we've started to see the best of Rayan Cherky. Pep Guardiola himself said it. Guardiola came out and said, I mean, to be honest, I think there's a very real possibility if City gets Semenyo, you might not even see Cherky in that City side. I don't think he's all that keen on him. Don't think he's all that keen on him at all. Young Nave says, Haaland is also so naturally confident he just doesn't seem to register the pressure where guys like Gyökeres, Isak and the younger boys clearly feel it. Haaland's just an absolute monster, isn't he? He's an absolute monster. Middlesbrough 1, Southampton 0. That is a big, big blow for Southampton. Timbo says Caicedo and Enzo weren't given much time before being called flops, to be fair. Was Caicedo ever called a flop at Chelsea? I mean, he started quite poorly, but again, he'd come from Brighton. He'd already adapted to the Prem. Enzo, I'm still not sure he's... Like, even now, I don't think Enzo's necessarily justified the fee. So, yeah, I think... Oh, it's 2-0. Everton 0, Brentford 2. Oh, my goodness me. It's Nathan Collins. It's Nathan Collins. 2-0 to the Ev. 2-0 to Brentford. Zachary says, your point earlier was about players needing time to adapt to the league. Now it's only young players. No. Young players is the reason why players tend to get more time if they're younger. It's the same thing. So think about it, right? Bergkamp, Henry, Drogba, Pires, Overmars, right? There's some Arsenal players. David Silva was another one. There's loads of players who come to the Premier League at varying ages and take about 12 months to adapt. Thierry Henry, Drogba, both took about 8 or 9 goals to score their first 8 or 9 games to score their first goal. Both Pires, first 6 months at Arsenal, pretty poor, went on to be an unbelievable player. Overmars took a bit of time as well. There you go, there's the header from Nathan Collins. Great goal, that. Fabulous goal. Absolutely fabulous goal. Paul, hi Key, hi guys. Is the CBB site down in London today? Good to see you, Paul. Morocco are 1-0 up, and Timbo says Enzo's not justified the fee, but he's justified the buy, if that makes sense. He's mostly good now. Yeah, scored against Bournemouth, didn't he, the other day? Is it 3-0 now? Oh, it's 3. It's 3. They're absolutely all over the place, they have. Igor, Thiago. Hey, at least we can laugh at Everton, if nothing else. We can laugh at Everton. Everton taking the pain away here. Astro says, hard to justify Verts. I get why you're scrambling, mate. No, there's no scrambling, mate. Like I said, I don't think Verts is going to be a player that you judge over 4 months. I don't think you don't judge a player who you sign on a 6-year contract over the first 4 months. We've signed him for 6 years. He's on a 6-year contract. Yeah, on a 6-year contract. Timbo says, Kukurea not in our squad today. Pain. We're in for a world of pain. Who's going to be starting at left back then? Vincent Jamie Lane says, Maresca won more in a year or so at Chelsea with a young squad than Arteta will ever win at Chelsea. Shell, my team not bothering today. Standard. Absolute standard. Ethan says Sanchez and Cucurella injured. James says Maresca won a trophy for a tournament that they shouldn't even have been involved in. How the mighty have fallen. And Jordan says sick one Premier League officials giving a yellow for winning the ball right in front of you. Gusto's left back, a Champong right back. Ooh. Will, who scored the other 2 goals for Brentford? It was Igor Jesus and... or Igor Thiago, rather. Igor Thiago and Nathan Collins. Welsh wing, Thiago went to hug Beto and Beto shoved him off. Timbo, our back 4 is a Champong, Chalobah, Badia Shield, Gusto, God help. Yeah, City are going to tear them apart. City are going to absolutely tear them apart. Right, come on Liverpool. Much needed here. Much needed improvement. Tony Peters, changes needed second half. Come on, you Reds. And Young Nay said, Man City looking good, but man, they have some serious openings in defence. I think maybe even Chelsea today could be a problem. Curtis Jones has just been kneed in the back there. Ethan, is it 3-0 Brentford? It is, yes, it is 3-0 Brentford. 3-0 to Brentford. Timbo, I might just not watch it, you know. Anthony, hope you lose and fall down the table out of the Champions League places. That's nice, mate. That's nice. Chimey, who's interim for Chelsea? It is Callum McFarlane. He is Chelsea's under-21 manager. He is currently responsible for Chelsea today. And Welsh wing, it's mad. Brentford are now in the top 4 race. Millie the Staffy, best Christmas ever. Best Christmas ever. I tell you what, being top at Christmas. Haven't you had this Christmas before? Haven't you had this Christmas before, Millie? Sure, Arsenal have had this Christmas a few times where they've been top. Sure they have. Few times, pretty confident. Here's Kirk's chance. Oh, he might be offside. Just a touch there, Gakpo. Just a touch offside there from Gakpo. Young Nave says, I'm still gutted about you lot losing to City 3-0. Your squad's good enough to beat them, or at least draw. No, it's not, mate. We're really, really not. We're really, really not. Timbo says Liverpool and Arsenal are not the only teams to be top, or are the only teams to be top at Christmas and not win the league since 2000. Are we really? Hey, bottle jobs unite then. Bottle jobs unite. Maybe that's why we get along so well. Maybe it's that. Maybe we get along so well because we're both bottle jobs. Millie, it's our time. Ah, yeah, of course it is. I've heard this before. I've heard that before. Our year, our time. You do some good typing for a dog, Millie. Glenn Roy says, rent fee Gunners and Fraudolina, focus on your bum team. I am. I'm trying to. Chat keeps talking to me about Arsenal. You're like a little fly buzzing away in my ear. Just buzzing away there. Wander less key, no Sanchez for the City game. Damn, that would have been a confirmed City win. Timbo, we're like 2 peas in a pod. We are, aren't we? That's what it is. Colm says, Arsenal have the best home record in the league and Liverpool's away record's 9th and you still think you're getting something. Listen, Colm, turn up on Thursday. Please turn up on Thursday. I've got a feeling we won't see you. But please come back on Thursday. Please come back. Big Rambo says, you can't call anyone a dog, mate. No, they've literally got a picture of a dog. The profile is a dog. It's a Staffy. It's a Staffy. Young Nave says, Arsenal v Liverpool for 2nd place FC trophy. I still think your squad is strong, but how they perform is a different thing. Yeah, it might well be. Maybe it is Liverpool Arsenal for 2nd place FC. We'll see. We'll get the silver medal this year. Between us and Arsenal for silver. Chelsea win today, says Swens. Not a chance. And Timbo says, trust me, Jorgensen is so much more worse than Sanchez. The Sanchez injury is not good. Millie says, I'm 53. Arsenal since birth. This is our year, trust me. Been through George and Arsene. Our year. Well, hey, best of luck to you, Millie. Best of luck, seriously. Best of luck to you. If you win it, good luck to you. Goliath says, to be fair, this is the first season in years I would say that we have strength in depth to actually do it. Every other year we fall apart in Feb. I think you have to do it. I think you have to do it. It's crazy if Arsenal don't do it. Arsenal haven't had any real challenge this year. You've got to do it. You've spent an absolute fortune. You've got to do it. You've got to. Omar says, my friend Liverpool are going to lose to Arsenal. And Sam says, even Man U will finish above your team. Liam says, Everton not doing great, these European hopefuls. And I was going to say, Everton were going to finish in Europe, I've been hearing. JGK says, haven't had a real challenge. All right, mate. Well, you haven't, have you? I mean, Liverpool, apparently we won it last year because we didn't have any real challenge. It's probably the same for Arsenal this year, isn't it? Under the Floodlight says, Chelsea line-up, no Sanchez, Cucurella, Fofana or Caicedo. Oosh. Keane says, what will you be happy with for Liverpool this season, bro? Top 4. I think we get top 4 and we do okay in the Champions League if we just make it to maybe the quarters or the semis. Do alright in the FA Cup, again, maybe quarters, semis. It's not a bad season for us, that. Take that. Go again next year. It was always going to be a big rebuild. Big transition. Szoboszlai free kick. Oh, unlucky, just over. Sarah says, we are the champions. What's Arsenal's excuse? And Alex says, if Liverpool score from this free kick, will Key not celebrate it, seeing as how they don't count when Arsenal score them? When have Arsenal scored from a free kick? Arsenal don't score from free kicks, mate. I've seen one last year against Real Madrid. They don't generally do it otherwise. Bradley cleared away, only as far as Szoboszlai. Come on, Dom. Bradley. Oh, what are you doing? Stop fannying around with it. Get it in the box. Oh, my God. Fucking hell. We can slow footy down with the best of them. If you could slow football down like that. Oh, it's just absolutely indecisive. So indecisive. I firmly love your lives. I'm a red. Cheers, mate. Good to have you on. Stick around. JGK, our definition of a challenge must be different. Arsenal's definition of a challenge? Maybe it is, yeah. Arsenal's biggest challenge is themselves, isn't it? Let's be honest. Szoboszlai, free kick, chance, off the bar for Liverpool. Oh my goodness me, yet again. Yet that's a corner kick. We'll take the corner, ref, surely. Off the bar. Off the bar. Blackpool 1, Bradford City 2. Timbo says Liverpool and Arsenal battling for the boring FC trophy. I can't even tell you who's winning that one. We are very, very boring at this moment in time. We're definitely giving Arsenal a run for their money. Good grief. George says, how have Liverpool bottled the league after spending 700 million? Probably because Arsenal have spent 750 in their... you can't outspend Arsenal. They've spent more than us last year, more than us this year. There you go. At the end of the day, yeah, you keep spending money, you're inevitably going to win the league at some point. It's about time. Hi from South Africa. You're on a lot of South African FYPs, and my Arsenal friends have asked if I can pass a message down. And it's what's your obsession with Arsenal? You never seem to go alive without mentioning Arsenal. But again, I read the chat a lot, mate. I tend to do a lot of reading the chat and listening to what people are saying and talking about whatever people want to talk about. And it seems, not really all that surprisingly, that the most vocal fan base online tends to be Arsenal fans just popping in and just, So that's what we tend to talk about. Timbo says, even though we're shite, at least Chelsea games are generally entertaining. It could be a good game, that one. Who was it who headed that? McAllister. Goliath, you spent more than us. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Check it out. Arsenal spent more than Liverpool. Young Nave says, to be fair, if you're in the top 4 or 5, you're going to mention the teams above you. It's not really an obsession. Well, exactly. There is that as well. Generally speaking, if we're watching Liverpool, we're also talking about Chelsea and City, which is coming up. We watched Leeds and United. We've talked about Leeds and United and Sesko earlier today. So yeah, we talk about football on this channel. And right now, Arsenal are a subject. I mean, they've been a subject for a few years, haven't they? Are Arsenal going to finally win something? That's been the thought on everyone's lips. They keep spending all this money. Are they going to finally win something? So maybe this year they do. Yeah, maybe they do, finally. And good luck to them. Electrify, why don't you credit Arsenal fairly? I do. They spend a lot of money very, very well. And they've done it fantastically well this year. Gyökeres has been a game-changing signing for him. But that's not my opinion. I love your lives. You're a great entertainment. Love from South Africa, brother. Lots of love, mate. Lots of love. Liam says Arsenal spent so much on Gyökeres, yet Dominic Calvert-Lewin was free and scored more. Chance! Oh, please be onside! Oh, fucking hell, yet again he's offside! This bloody linesman! This linesman yet again! Oh, it's this linesman. I'm telling you, he hates Liverpool. He absolutely hates us, him. Oh, hey, his arm! Check his arm again there, please. Check his arm. Can we check his elbow? Anything. Check his elbow. Check the elbow out. It was his elbow last time. Beto scored for Everton as well. 3-1. Come on, check the elbow. Check it. Get it checked. Come on, ref. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. It's definitely onside, that. If you gave the first one where that plays him onside, then this one is onside. Come on. It's the same. It's exactly the same, that. Telling you. Exactly the same. It's onside, ref. It's onside. Telling you. Let's get a VAR check and goal, please, sir. VAR check and goal. Come on. Come on. Help us out, Craig Pawson. VAR check and goal. Must be. Come on, let's have it checked. Still a long delay. Newcastle are 1-0 in front against Palace. Come on, ref. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. Come on, Pawson. Come on. VAR goal! Yes! Florian Wirtz, I told you! Whoa! Where are all them Arsenal fans disappearing to? They're all just scattering away. Come back! Come back! Oh, what are you doing? He's onside. It's 1-1. Yes! We're back in it. And it's going to be an absolute worldie, this one. We're going to win it. I'm telling you, we're going to turn it round. Liverpool are back level. And we're going to win this one. 30 to go. Look at that. Oh, it's his foot. It's his foot that's onside this time. Look at that. Would you believe it? Not his elbow or his arm. No, it's his foot. Because you can score with that. Oh, there you go. Get in there, Reds. We love it. It's 1-1. I love it. I love it. Wirtz. He's on fire. He's on fire. Zen Fox says, imagine celebrating a draw with Fulham. What do you mean a draw with Fulham? There's still 30 to go, Chief. We're drawing with Fulham. It's not a draw with Fulham. It's not a draw with Fulham. Florian Wirtz, he's been electric today. He's been electric. One and only says they was drunk when that line was drawn. Which line? No chance. It was easy, that. Absolutely easy. Easy peasy. Easy decision. Here you go. Liverpool in down the other side now. Oh, come on. Ooh, so close there. Yes, come on. We've got him on the ropes here. We've got him on the ropes. Norwich 0, Stoke 1. Nigel's not going to be happy with that one. Here's Gravenberch. Better. Here's Wirtz. Oh, unlucky. Get back in there, Wirtz. Go on, lad. Better. Liam says Everton 13th as it stands. Could they be drawn in? Wouldn't be surprising, you know. Wouldn't be surprising. Goliath says, just check. Liverpool spent approx 180 more than Arsenal in the summer. Check it again. You need to... More rechecking. Check. You need to get a VAR check on that. Because I'm telling you, if you keep checking it, you'll see Arsenal spent more than Liverpool. Great finish, that from Wirtz. Really was a great finish. Kane says, there's a reason I haven't said a bad word about Wirtz. And nor have I said a bad word about Sesko, have I? From that, there you go. Craigism said, I've heard Arsenal are currently holding an emergency meeting about Wirtz, as they need to. Yeah, have to come up with a plan for him. Strike from distance. Oh, unlucky. Cody just wide. Jay Chambers says, I thought Liverpool was going to walk the league. Who said that? I never said that. Happy belated New Year, Key. Same to you, Jay Chambers. Lots of love. Sarah says, an Arsenal fan calling Liverpool Varpool. Come on, from an Arsenal fan, are you kidding? Yeah, Varsenal. Steve-O says, Arsenal fan saying, imagine celebrating a draw. Imagine celebrating a manager who just says, trust the process. Timbo says, Key did predict Liverpool to win the league in a TikTok that is still available for public viewing. That is an absolute lie. That is a myth. That is an absolute myth. Jay Chambers says, Liverpool fans, bro, maybe not yourself. Well, like I said, I won't attribute all Arsenal, because we've had lots of stupid Arsenal fans coming in saying that Gabriel and Saliba are the best centre-back of all time. The best Declan Rice is better than Steven Gerrard. We've had all these stupid Arsenal opinions. I won't attribute those stupid opinions to you, because you seem a lot more intellectual. So I won't attribute those to you. You don't attribute stupid Liverpool fans saying stuff to me. I think that's a fair trade. I think that's a very fair trade. Wiggy said that was offside. PGMOL are even taking pity on Liverpool now. You must be joking me. You must be joking. Cleared away. Always says, you understand, even though you win this game, it won't make any affection. You'll still be fourth. That's fine. Fourth suits me down to the ground. If we finish fourth this season, that'll be a win. That'll be a win. Taylor says, are you doing the Chelsea game, Key? We are, mate, yeah. I'll be on for Chelsea against City. Come on, City! Carl says, VAR have made the wrong decision for that goal. They used the wrong frame to draw the lines with. You must be joking. The first one was bad enough. First one was dreadful. Goliath says, you're talking net spend as you sold, we didn't. Well, that's important, isn't it? If you have to sell £300 million worth of players to buy £500 million worth of stuff, then, you know, that's a factor. If you don't have to sell to buy that much, then that's, again, it's a factor. Take it easy, Shell. See you soon. Steve-O says, wait there, Arsenal fans, didn't you go 1-0 down to Bournemouth yesterday? Bet you celebrated Gabriel scoring. And I was going to say, Bournemouth are below these. Bournemouth are below these. Come on, ref. Are we having yellow cards for this or what? Are we not giving him a yellow card for that? Look, it is a rugby tackle. Absolute rugby tackle. Craigism said, I heard Stevie G say Rice is better, lad, and he can smash my wife any day. Yes. Yeah, I heard that as well. Strong rumours. Fourth suits you after spending 500 million Great British pounds. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely it does. If you spend it 500 million on kids, then yeah, pretty much. Jay Chambers, KT, what do you expect from the remainder of the season? I expect Arsenal fans to turn up and be in my lives consistently. I expect that. Newcastle 2, Palace 0. Goliath says, what's your prediction for the Chelsea game? I think City win that one quite comfortably. The way honestly, there's Chelsea fans in the TikTok saying that they might not even turn up for it. I think it's 4-0. I genuinely think City wipe the floor with them. Spurs 1, Sunderland 1. Brian Brobby, what a signing he's been, by the way. Gakpo in the box. Oh, why have you not crossed that, you mug? Oh, you numpty. Why have you not crossed that? As if you've got the byline there and tried to have a shot. Absolutely ridiculous, that. Was it actually a corner? If it was a corner, I'll let you off. It should have been a corner. It should have been a corner. Paul says, can't believe all these Arsenal fans on a Liverpool fans watch along and saying you're in their heads rent free. You can't make this shit up. Goliath says, yes, I think City are going to hammer them. Z-Stroke says, Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. Well, hey, we'll see, Z-Stroke. We'll see, mate. We'll see. Liverpool goal kick. Top Spur back again. Great Sunderland goal, says Leicester to glory. 20 minutes. Big 20 minutes. Big 20 minutes. Millie says, have you not seen his hate watches on Fan Reaction? Key's hate for Arsenal brought me here. Well, ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Why do you feel so compelled to come here? And also to stay here. That's an interesting thing, isn't it? That's not to say an awful lot about you, that there, Chief. For a 53-year-old guy. Keep them out, cleared away. Choc Chart says Chelsea win or draw. I'm happy, Key. And Adam says if the top three stays as it is and UEFA only give 4 Champions League spots, then it'll be an epic end to the season. I really do think it's going to be... I think Chelsea get... I honestly don't think Villa get top 4. I don't think Villa get top 4. Every bit of logic points to us getting battered, says Timbo. The only thing I would say is we have a tendency to pull results out when no one expects it. That's very true. I am fed up of Gakpo just shooting from anywhere. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the thing with Gakpo is we haven't really got anyone else. But I also don't feel like he's in the position that he does best in. That's a yellow card. Come on, ref. Mark says I came from the fan reactions too. That's fine. That's great. Good. I love it. I love that you've found us and you've come and joined the conversation, because we watch everyone on this channel, by the way. Liverpool makes up about 2% of the watch-alongs we do. Arsenal makes up about 2%. We watch everyone. We watch championship games, non-league games. We watch La Liga. I watched Serie A the other day. We were doing all sorts of games. All sorts of games all over Europe. So if you like watching football, this is the place to be. But if you just want to come and give me hate, that's fine too. I'm fine with that too. Charmy says 53-year-old Arsenal fan, it's okay. He has a good reason to be this upset. Sarah says, really, grow up, come back on Arsenal, actually win something. And Victor says, are you not watching Arsenal game, Muppet? No, Arsenal aren't playing, mate. Arsenal played yesterday. Yeah. Ethan says, haven't got anyone else to replace Gakpo, if only you get Semenyo. No, I really don't want us to get Semenyo. Timbo says, Key may have some questionable opinions at times, but he's a good egg. We love Key. You're only saying that because we both like KFC gravy, though. James says, Gakpo couldn't get a game for Arsenal, maybe Carabao Cup games. Well, that's because you've got about 9 wingers. We dream of that sort of a setup. Yeah, we haven't got that many wingers, mate. We haven't got that many players. That's why I said Arne Slot is making lemonade out of lemons. He's not been given a side that can win a Premier League this season. Adam says you had Luis Diaz as an alternate option to Gakpo but didn't replace him. No, I agree. That's it. And that's why I'm not saying Arne Slot out. Arne Slot's been given a duff card, to be honest. He's been played a very duff card. We've chosen to get Rio Engamoa, not go with the short-term option, which would have been to keep Luis Diaz. Because here's the thing. If we'd have given Luis Diaz what he wanted, it would have been a 3 or a 4 year contract on big money. And then in 2-3 years' time, what it would have been is Luis Diaz would have been on massive money at 31 years of age, probably on a bit of a decline, and Rio Engamoa wouldn't be a Liverpool player. Rio Engamoa only came to Liverpool on the basis that he had a clear pathway to the first team. So Rio Engamoa probably would have been at Chelsea, or he'd have been at City, or he'd have been at Arsenal, or he'd have been somewhere where he can actually get a game of football. He isn't going to stay at Liverpool if we'd have had Diaz and Gakpo on the wings ahead of him. Wouldn't have ever got anywhere near it. Shamner, you're good at what you do. One day you'll reach your objectives. I am not a Liverpool fan, yet I listen to you. You carry yourself well in this business. It will take time. Stay strong. Oh, mate, that's really, really lovely of you to say. Very, very kind of you to say. Millie says, you might win me over if you stop the Arsenal hate. Well, but why is that so conditional? Why is that so... Why our relationship can't be conditional, Millie? I have to be able to take the piss out of Arsenal and you have to be able to take the piss out of Liverpool. I'll still love you if you take the piss out of Liverpool. It's fine. I like you a lot. It's all good. But, you know, this is how it works. Grown-ups. You know, you're a 53-year-old guy. I'm sure you've seen a lot in life. I'm sure you've seen more than some fella taking the piss out of your football team, haven't you? If it upsets you this much, I would block me and leave me alone. Don't come back. If it really upsets you that much, don't come in. Because I don't want to upset you. But you seem a nice fella, so stick around. Steve-O says, so Arsenal fans, one question, Arteta bottles the Prem again, are you going to trust the process? Yay. Daniel says, this guy's a half-decent guy if he's less tacky with Arsenal. Less tacky? Listen, I watch football like a fan, mate. The same way anyone else does. It's visceral and you're emotional, right? That's how we react. I'm sure when you see Spurs get stuffed, you react in the moment and you go, yes, have a bit of that. If someone was filming you at the time, what would they say? Oh, you're obsessed with Spurs. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. You celebrate Spurs getting beat. I celebrate Everton United getting beat. And anyone who Liverpool are challenging in the league. So, yeah, Arsenal for the last couple of years, there's been a little bit of a rivalry. We finished ahead of you last year. We got the look last year. Maybe this year you'll finish above us, probably. So, like, just chill. Just chill out. Frimpong, finally. Fucking hell, we've needed him. Frimpong's coming on. Alexandra, hello Key, how's it going? And Goliath says, I don't think there is Arsenal hate, it's banter. Some people take stuff way too seriously. I love the banter. And Paul says, well said Key, it's banter. Millie, not upset, lol. I came here for your tears. There's no way you're 53. I came here for your tears. There's only, mate, was that a typo when you said you were 53? I came here for your tears. Fucking hell. I came for the salt. Oh, there's no way you're 53. There's no way. He meant 53 months. 53 months might be appropriate for that. Have you ever met an adult saying that? Have you ever met an adult? I came for your tears. I came for the salt. Oh, you must be having a laugh. Keep him out. Keep him out, Ali. Off the bar. Van Dijk away. Fucking hell, nearly. Jesus Christ. Millie, your salty tears taste good. There's no way he's 53. There's absolutely no way he's 53. There's no way he's 53. Zed Stroke, Arsenal fans love Key. It's all good fun. And Steve-O says, Key, man, Millie did tell Sarah to shut your mouth up in the chat. Did he really? Okay, right. Well, if that's the case, then Millie, you're just a quick exit, mate. It's just you gone. I didn't see that. Yeah, no, you don't tell Sarah to shut up. She's lovely. We don't do that. I'm not having that. So there you go. Millie's gone. So 53-year-old Millie there, everyone. Okay. Ethan, did you hear the chant Leeds were singing before? The reason TNT removed sound from the broadcast for about 5 minutes. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. Or here, rather. Free kick. GK. Sarah, oh, did she? I didn't even see that. No, it was a fella. It was a fella, yeah. Alexandra, love the channel, mate. And I love you. Lots of love. Timbo says, Millie is now a legendary figure of these lives, gone but not forgotten. Yeah. Rest with the angles. Steve-O says, I'm used to modding channels chats. I mean, to be honest, we probably will need some more if it's getting as it's getting like this. Goliath, no way, 53. Absolutely no way. Derby 1, Wrexham 2. Great result for Wrexham, that. It's going to be a throw into Fulham. This is going to be a long, long throw in. Liam, Key, I'm happy we didn't lose today against Leeds. It's not a bad result. Yeah, it's not a bad result away at Leeds. That for United, I think you could have done with winning, but I guess the amount of players you're missing, it's probably not a bad result. Come on, big 15 minutes here. Big 15 minutes at the end. We're desperate for a big end to this one. Brendan says centre-back should be #1 target in Jan. I think it will be, yeah. Keep him out. Everton 1, Brentford 4. Igor Thiago with a hat-trick. He's one of only few players now to get a hat-trick in the Premier League. Cryptics, Jesus Christ, you guys are awful. Imagine spending 500 million and getting worse. It's common, mate. If you sign loads of kids, it's generally quite common. I mean, it's normal. Rohale, how's it going, Rohale? Charmy says Arsenal won the league in January. Deja vu. And We Play God says Arsenal fan, come to see the moaning in person. Good to have you in, mate. Really good to have you in. Welcome aboard. Timbo says, can't wait for Fulham to steal a win so he can go above Liverpool thanks to the mighty McFarlane. Callum McFarlane's Barmy Army. Rigo Rainey says, Igor man is crazy. Oh, no criticism, Scottish GHK. Honestly, don't even worry about it, mate. It's I didn't even spot it. GTFC says, what phase is Igor Thiago in? Well, he's been in England for over a year before this season, hasn't he? He came in last season and he got injured. Got injured early doors. Frimpong, fucking hell, that's poor. It's very poor. Liam says, Isak fresh out of school. Hey, if Isak, I'd agree with you. If Isak was playing, Isak's not kicked a ball all season. Not kicked a ball. Steve-O says it's just shut your mouth, Obs can mean two things, so it could have been mum or mouth related. Well, either way, yeah, not good. Adam says after drawing to Wolves, the Leeds draw is catastrophic for Man United. It's not though, is it? If Chelsea drop points against City, obviously Liverpool have dropped points here against Fulham, that looks like it's going to be the top four race. It's probably going to be between Villa, Liverpool, Chelsea and United, and that's going to be the top four. Any two from those four. Timbo, we spent $1 billion on kids and got worse. Maybe we should all stop buying kids. Yeah, that's the lesson. That is the lesson to be learned there. Alexandra, would you take Igor at Liverpool? No, I wouldn't take Igor at Liverpool. He's a very good player, but I don't think he's necessarily the centre forward we need. We need at least one more, maybe even two, you know. GTFC, has Millie been blocked forever? Well, until they create a second account and come back in. Sure, they'll come back in at some point. People like that generally do. They'll go and create a second account and pop back in because they're desperate to say one more thing. Millie's gone to the shadow realm. Jackson, who will be signed in January, if anyone? I mean, I think we desperately need a centre mid as well as a centre back. But I don't think we will. Liverpool are not a team or a club that generally go in big in January. So unless there's a really good deal to be done, unless there's a deal on the table where it looks like we could maybe get something done. But I don't think so, no. Brendan, they're not young. All apart from Leone are coming into years where you would expect them to be reaching their prime. 21, 22 is not prime. No, your prime's like 25, 26 and onwards. 28 used to be your primes. Anything 25, 26 and onwards, you don't get your prime at 21. 21 is a work in progress. 17, 18 is a work in progress. That's two of our main squad members. Rio Engamoa is our replacement for Luis Diaz. And our replacement for Jarrell Kwanzaa was Giovanni Leone. And to be honest, he's broke his ACL on his first, or done his ACL in his first game. So if you sign 17 and 18-year-olds, it's even worse if they actually then get injured. Kirkes, unlucky. Better from Liverpool. Better. Alex says Semenyo can play winger and centre forward. He's a good deal. Absolutely not. No, I don't want Semenyo anywhere near Liverpool Football Club. Steve-O says, if you don't mind me asking, Key, how many mods you on? Just the one on YouTube. Yeah, that's it. Tottenham 1, Sunderland 1, that's full time. And Reece says, I think Pickford turns into Karius when he plays for Everton and prime Neuer for England. Timbo says, players are starting a lot earlier now, to be fair, so it makes sense that some hit their prime earlier. Yeah. There's players getting games now regularly at like 18, 17, 18, whereas that wasn't the norm, was it? I remember thinking about, who was we talking about? Kevin Phillips? I don't think Kevin Phillips even started a professional game until he was about 20, 21. Jim Melton, I thought you liked the banter, Key. Love it. Love the banter, mate. Absolutely love it. Adam says, Leone doing a Jury and Timber with a first game ACL. Yes, Leone was a grim one. Rio Ngamoa too. Chiesa is about to come on here now. Wilson and Jimenez off for Traore and Kusi Asari. Timbo, I don't think Scholes got into the United team till 21. Really? Scouse B, why ain't he bringing on Rio? Every time he's come on, he's looked bright. He didn't look bright against Leeds. Twisted Fate says, Key, what is with you and draws right now? Well, this is only our second one, in fairness. We've won 4 on the spin before the Leeds game. Oh, that's a foul, ref. Jesus Christ. Kirkes launches it forward. Timbo, he's 20, in fact, not 21. Still old compared to now. Yeah, absolutely. He'd have been in the side. I mean, think, how old's Kobbie Mainoo? How old's Kobbie Mainoo? And to be fair, we signed Ekatike when he was 22. He hadn't even played for France. Steve-O says, well done, Scottish. Smashing it, lad. And Twisted Fate says, no, I mean Watchalong's Key, not Liverpool. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, me and, yeah. Every game we're doing is draws on the channel at the minute. Mainoo's 20. There you go. So Mainoo's broke into the Man United team years before Paul Scholes did. Which is crazy, isn't it? Rohale says, Key, you seem a little twitchy, as am I. As a Liverpool fan, this is poor. It's not been a good game. Yeah, it's not been a good game. But I will say this. Liverpool are not the only side to struggle at Craven Cottage. They're a good side in a good winning run. We just have to avoid... Oh, Frimpong, mate. That's poor. That's really poor. How have you got pulled out of that there? James says, to be fair, you have to like banter to watch Liverpool this year. Well, yeah. You have to, I mean, to be honest, you have to watch anyone this year. The football this year, I think, in the Prem has been shocking as a general rule. As a general rule, it's been poor. Timbo says, Frimpong with a horror show cameo here. I don't know if he's still not fit. He's still not right. Because when he's been fit, he's looked really good. But then, last couple of weeks, just a bit off. A little bit off. Liam says, we lost to Fulham at the Cottage thanks to an own goal. So not a bad point, really. I was going to say, Arsenal needed a Trossard flick off his... And to be fair, City very nearly threw it away here, didn't they? So it's a tough place to come. Liverpool have only won once here in the last five games. George says, you're only saying the football has been shocking because Liverpool are doing really bad. No, mate, it's a comment that's been pointed out pretty much consistently throughout the season. Across any game that we watch. And we watch everyone. Anyone and everyone. Watched Villa and Forest yesterday. There was people in the chat saying that as well then. And people of all different clubs and fan bases. Not anything to do with Liverpool being poor this season. We have been. The league has been a really, really poor watch. It has been a poor watch. Brown Jesus. As a Liverpool fan, I think at times you're more deluded than an Arsenal fan. Big up, though. Thanks, lots of love, mate. Lots of love. Timbo, we battered Fulham at Craven Cottage last year. Definitely wasn't a last-minute winner. Well, I was going to say, yeah, we've always had a pretty poor record here, to be honest. I think 1 win in our last 5. We got beat here last year when we won the league, so you know, I'm not necessarily shocked that we've not been able to win, if in fact we don't end up winning. Mark says Sunderland away is horrible too. There's no easy game in the Premier League. There really isn't. As I said, Arsenal against Wolves would be top v bottom, and that was evidence itself, wasn't it? Wolves have then gone away and done the same to United, and it's the same with Leeds, to be honest. The same with Leeds. They did it to us at Anfield. Goliath says, I think it's got so strong there are no more easy games anymore. I think it's got a lot more physical. That's offside. Oh. Jake says, Leeds now 7 unbeaten. Mental. 7 added minutes. Speaking of 7 added minutes. I'm telling you, there's a goal in this one. It's coming. 7 added minutes. 7 added minutes. Timbo says it's the managers too. The managers across the league are better than in the 2000s, I think. There's certainly less dinosaurs. There's certainly a lot more, like, dynamic managers, I would say. Managers who are able to, like, if you look at Bournemouth, Andoni Areola. You've got Brighton, Fabian Hürzeler. There's clubs willing to take chances on younger managers up and down the league, whereas that wasn't really happening 20, 25 years ago, was it? You had managers like Alan Kirbishley and Owen Coyle, Gary Megson. Rohale says, Key, I'm thinking of watching more Championship this season. The Premier League is dull. Miss managers having a cig on the touchline. Who was the last manager to light up on the touchline? Would that have been Sarri? Paul says the CBB site must be back up in North London. They've all disappeared. I think they're all waiting on a Liverpool goal. That's what it is. Maybe they've got advanced warning that a Liverpool goal's about to come in. Reece says Sarri was a character. Donald says, as an Arsenal fan, I don't see any decent Liverpool fan watch along today. Big up my guy, even though you hate us. I really don't hate you. I promise you. I keep saying it. I really don't hate Arsenal. I grew up loving Arsenal because you stopped Man United winning league titles. So Arsenal were borderline my second team under that. When Wenger was there and that fantastic, well, multiple great Arsenal sides. I watched them growing up. They were fantastic. I have no problem with Arsenal as a football club. Beelzebub says, who was the player eating pies on the bench a few years ago that made the papers? He got a fine for that because it was a bookie said, what are the odds that he eats a pie on the bench? And he actually ate the pie on the bench, and there was loads of people who backed it. It was just a gimmick with I can't remember, but it was a gimmick. And Mark says, you absolutely hate us. The clips don't lie. Oh, sweet Lord. Scott Downing, as the Turkish supercomputer, made a prediction for Arsenal-Liverpool. No, he can only do it when it's right close to the kick-off. And to be fair, he still gets it wrong then. He said Fulham were winning this one. He said Fulham was going to win this one. Timbo says, Key hates Chelsea more than Arsenal, believe it or not. Oh, 100% I hate Chelsea more than Arsenal. So that's not even close. It's Chelsea 100%. It's Man United, then it's Everton, then it's Chelsea. Arsenal might be fourth. Yeah, maybe Arsenal are fourth. You're fourth. You've not bothered me enough. You've not won enough. You've not bothered me enough for me to really hate Arsenal. You're probably fourth. Fourth in the list. Far post. Yes, they've done it. They've done it. It's Cody Gakpo. Yes, where are them Arsenal fans now? Come back. Come back. It's 2-1. We've done it. We've done it. 2-1. I said we'd pinch it. I said we'd pinch it. What a ball in. Get in there. It's 2-1. Liverpool deserve it. They deserve it. Absolute justice. It's a great win for the Reds. It's absolutely fantastic. We've pushed and we've pushed. Get in there. I love this game. Yeah, whatever. Yellow card, ref. You can have the yellow card. We don't care. It's 2-1 and it's Cody Gakpo, our centre forward for the day. Yes. What a ball in from Frimpong. Please be onside. He's miles onside there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 2-1. Yes! Get in there. 2-1. 2-1. Yes. Yes. I love it. It's a cracking finish. It's a great ball and a brilliant finish. Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. Wanderless says, come on, Key, congrats. Butter says, oh, well, doesn't affect me anyway. Oh, they lived for it. They were waiting. They were all there just waiting. And then as soon as the goal goes in, whoa! They've gone. They've gone. They're all pouring out the chat. They're pouring out. It's like a leaky bucket. They're pouring out. Daniel says, fair play, you ain't getting shit on Thursday. I don't care. We've got it today. We've got it today, and it's 3 points for the Reds. 3 points for the Reds. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's fantastic stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. And Joey Gomez has come on. Right, 96.09. Can we blow up now at 97.01, please? Oh my God, as if they've actually scored that. Fucking hell, what is going on in this world? Oh no. Fucking hell. As if they've pinged that in from 40 yards out in the top corner. What on earth is going on? Oh my God. Harrison Reed as well. We've not even seen him. He's been... Where's he come from? Where's he come from? Has he even played football for God knows that? The last time I heard Harrison Reed was about 10 years ago. Oh my God, what a strike. As if that's happened. The last kick of the game and he's rocketed it in the top corner. Has he played? Not scored since 2023. When's he last played? I don't think I've seen him. I've never heard the name Harrison Reed in about 5 years. He comes off the bench and smashes it in the top bins. Oh, have we space jammed Alexis McAllister and give it to him? Playing like an absolute... Fucking unbelievable, that. Oh... I can't believe that. I cannot. I can't believe that. I'm just... If you don't laugh, you'd cry. Fucking hell. Ah. It was there. It was literally there. I'm just gobsmacked. I'm just absolutely gobsmacked. How has that happened? That would never... That is... I mean, that's like evidence of the occult, as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure there's someone sticking pins in a doll with Liverpool somewhere. Honestly, come on, Frimpong. Come on. Little late winner there. Joey Gomez in the top corner. Go on, lad. What is that? What is that, Joey? Ah! What is that? Oh, please let us beat Arsenal now on Thursday. Oh, if there's a God. If there's a God. Let us beat them shitbags on Thursday. Oh, please, sweet Lord. Sweet, sweet Lord. Full time, Harrison Reed with an absolute fluke. Absolute fluke from Harrison Reed. In the top corner. For fuck's sake. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I am lost. I am absolutely lost for words there. We did exactly what we needed to, and we still look at that. Even Tom Kearney's just walked up to Harrison Reed and gone, "What the fuck was that?" Yeah, we're all there, Tom. I'm right there with you, kid. The guy's been washing boots for the last 5 years. He's done nothing, and then he comes off the bench and does that. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Absolutely unbelievable strike. Out of nowhere. Right. I'll be back in 5 minutes. 5:10. When does City kick off? 15 minutes. 10 minutes. I'll be back in 5-10 minutes for City and Chelsea. Fucking City and Chelsea. I'll be back in 10-15 minutes. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be back. Stick with me. We'll talk more. See you soon. Take it easy.